Season 1. NS HoSeo, Axiom-Acer, MVP, FX Open, LGIM, Azubu, Prime, Startail.
Scarlet has come out now for Axiom-Acer. Jockey has secured his first win. It seems unlikely, but it's definitely possible. Can he finish things off here? Can he actually take the win for his team?
He needs 2 more wins, and you know, all jokes aside, he could actually pull that off. He needs a little bit of momentum going for him. Scarlet, I actually feel she's the one who has to stop him now.
Yeah. Maybe so, you know, with the other 2 players on the bench kind of being unknowns, how they're feeling today. Really would be nice for Scarlet to just take the one here and then not have to worry about it later.
She said she feels a little bit under the weather because if she's on tip-top shape, Terran players run away. They are afraid and scared, and for good reason. She demolished Polt in the RSL just recently. And let's see what she can do today against Jockey.
Map is Star Station, the GSL version. It's a very big map, regardless of whether or not they spawn it cross. It's one of the controversial map decisions that were made in the ladder pool to have it spawn as cross only. And I felt the map, personally, for me, was already big enough as it was. But it's a huge map.
Yeah. Jockey in this matchup has a 60% win ratio. Took down Young in the finals of the Korea qualifier, the WCS Challenger League qualifier Korea. Don't forget about that. Just 2 days ago was his final match. Can he pull it off against Scarlet? She seems ready. So does he.
This is a good song for this match, man.
Yeah.
This is intense. Jockey is already the fire starter here. Can he continue the trend? Can he bring his team to their second victory in their final darkest hour?
Would be horrible for Axiom-Acer. They want to have a chance to get first in the ranks. MVP has to lose their match, of course, for that to happen. It's not only up to them, but still, they have to deliver today if they want to have the chance of it happening. We have Scarlet up against Jockey here at the GSTL Season 1 2013. NS HoSeo up against Axiom-Acer. And Scarlet in a Zerg versus Terran has to come through for her team, or will it be Jockey who suddenly brings it to a tie and to the ace match? Jumping into the 6th set of the day. Hold on, Wolf. Starting to the bottom left from Canada for Team Axiom-Acer.
Acer Scarlet.
Representing Acer, 1 of 2 players to be doing so, the other MMA in this partnership.
Starting to the top right, her opponent, of course, the team, the captain for NS HoSeo, the last player for them. It is
NS HoSeo Jockey.
Often the last stand player for his team.
Did really well against Alicia in the last game. Very different matchup now, though.
And it looks to be Command Center first opening here from Jockey, as he has not started the barracks.
Yeah. Gathering up those minerals as the SCV back in the mineral line. Scarlet is scouting, getting the overlords in position, of course. She is going to start here with a hatch first.
Yes.
What is that sound, by the way?
That sound reminds me of when I used to use Windows 95. And occasionally when things were loading, that noise would come out of my computer.
Really? That sound reminds me a little bit of one of those doors in a horror movie that really needs to get oiled and just creaks a little bit because some zombies opening. What is that?
Maybe it's a frog, man.
Is that us? Is that the map?
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a mystery.
That's really weird.
It's Return of the A. Do you remember the A?
Oh yeah, the A.
He's back.
The best troll of Team Liquid ever. There's an A on my screen, it doesn't go away. It's on my tablet. That was so cool.
Oh, that was one of the funniest things I think I've ever experienced in my casting career.
Well, we have gas now taken for Jakji, and he has the barracks there now, of course, as well. He started with the command center, where Scarlet is going into... It's starting to freak me out. By the way, did we, for the entire time, have a Korean version?
Do we?
We have a Korean version suddenly here.
Oh, I think that maybe that was just switched because of the issue that was caused by that noise.
No, the noise is still there.
Yeah, we're using, looks like Heaven for this one as our observer. So it is the Korean stream. As you can see at the top right, you can see that Jakji's ID or his name is written in Korean.
No, in English. No, wait.
Oh yeah, that's in Korean.
But half of it is in Korean, the other half is in English.
Legends keyboard is malfunctioning. That's the reasoning we received.
Okay, now things start to make a little bit more sense. Now we have to find out what exactly that sound is, and then we're good.
Yeah.
Well, for now, not too much happened here. There it is again. We have scouting information for both players, trying to find out what exactly is going on. For Jakji, is of course important to note if Scarlet has gas. If she has taken gas, then how much did she pull out after the 100 gas for the speed? Or did she get more? We don't see a single extractor so far for the Canadian Zerg player, so Jakji is completely safe for now.
Yep. And look at this. Oh, several barracks being added here on the low ground.
Yeah.
He could just be trying to hit a timing here. He has to make sure this is not scouted, though. That's the most important part, because if Scarlet sees this, all she has to do is have banelings ready, and she should be fine. So, one Ling, or two Lings, come up to the front. He also has to be careful about that Overlord to the left side. Overlord coming towards the main base, obviously not going to see anything. There's nothing to see there. And that'll trigger the Overlord that she has on the left to maybe poke in. This is very... I don't want to say it's an all-in build, but it's very aggressive. Do you think he's going to add the 2 Tech Labs and go for Marauders? I think he might do just that.
Hellion Marauder push?
Yeah.
Like we've seen Paul do over and over again in Rings of Liberty?
Yeah, I think he might do that.
He could do that, and there's already another Tech Lab, so we might actually see him try to pull it off, but now double reactor also being started. But it's definitely a huge option for him to be aggressive now, to just try to pull this off. And that's a lot of Marines. You know, that is that Marine and Hellion thing, and you talked already a little bit about this. That is freaking me out, dude. That is really freaking me out. What is that?
I don't know what that is, man. It doesn't scare me so much as it reminds me of Windows 95.
Maybe it's crickets, I don't know. Do you know how we usually you watch a stream and suddenly there come those weird sounds and you realize that one of your other tabs contains some kind of ad that suddenly popped up?
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
It's out to get you, man.
Yeah, it's out to get me.
And really, it's just a cricket in the production room, and nobody even on the stream can hear this. It's
something just jumps at us, and it's actually right under the table, Wolf.
That would be strange. But if a cricket jumps, I'm not gonna get scared.
Nah, I'm gonna smash that cricket.
It's just a cricket, man. He's just chilling.
Don't worry, Wolf. I'm gonna protect you.
Okay. That's why I'm not scared.
Okay. 1-1 upgrades here for Scarlet, and you know she played a timing with 1-1 Banelings against MVP a long time ago in one of her first matches in the GSTL. Don't really expect that to be seen right here, but if you get those upgrades out early and you see an opening, you can take it. She will probably just go into Lingmuta Baneling here and play a late game scenario. There's a Baneling nest, but don't really expect her to try to hit the timing, but she has options depending on what exactly Jakji is going to give her.
Yeah, Jakji has stopped Hellion production. He's going to Widow Mines instead now. And as you can see, the 5 Marine at a time production that's going to give him this timing window is starting. Scarlet starts 11 drones. The Baneling Nest is the most critical part to defending this. Without that, it's impossible. And even with it, she needs to make sure she doesn't make some life Banelings that are in the wrong spot and suddenly lose the game over it.
Yeah. The question also is, I mean, he's moving out right now. He has those Marines on the way.
Stim nearly done. He will not have combat shields.
As long as Scarlet sees it, I don't see that happening. But the problem for her is she didn't see anything just yet.
Yeah, no Overlords in the middle of the map, not even one in the center to spot this coming.
There is the Spire now, and Scarlet is just droning. She has 9 Zerglings and a lot of Queens. She doesn't see that.
If she saw it, I think she would have cancelled the Spire. She starts Baneling speed. I think she has no idea.
No, she started spending 2 Zerglings. 22 Zerglings have just been started.
Only one Bane.
She has the time, though.
She needs those Banes really, really badly here to hold this. Only 1 in production.
Here comes Jakji. If he moves in right away, he scans ahead. There's not a lot. The Banelings are being morphed. Immediately the Stim is moving in. More Banelings now at top of the ramp, so at least she's in a good position with them. but the third is completely exposed.
Yeah, gonna lose every single one of these drones. She's in trouble here. Those lings that she made were the only lings she had, so she couldn't even start banelings before that. Widowmine's also in position here.
Yeah, Widowmine's in position. That base should not survive.
Yeah, Widowmine gets good shots.
Nice shots here, good zoning, but now the banelings are of course done as the Overseer is in. The third base is a goner. And now suddenly just the afterburner boost into the main base.
Heldians are all dead, but the main base here exposed. Could have tried to target down that Spire, but Jockji, a little bit of hesitation here. Regardless, he's done a ton of damage.
Yeah, he killed the third base, and that's what he wanted to do here. Of course, in the drone count, Scarlet is still ahead. She didn't lose too many harvesters here. But Jockji is really doing a decent job. He wants to move in and force a cancel on the hatch once again. And with that high ground, low ground position that he actually has a really good edge.
Yeah, he just knows that the unit count is just not there for Scarlet. She's lost so much production with this hatchery being gone. And he could just kite around these mineral lines until the game ends.
Look how he utilizes this position. This is so well done. And now we have another drop going into the natural. And suddenly, Scarlet is in so much trouble. Like, she has to go with the units to the natural. She has to defend that base, maybe even cancel it. We have Marines in the main base taking down the Spore Crawler.
She's spread too thin here. She lost too much production, and Jockji is not giving her any time. As long as he continues to micro correctly, his multitasking is just, it's on point right now.
Yeah. All those medivacs are gone, but still with the banelings, he doesn't snipe them. But that was such a nice trade in total. 16 harvesters killed here. That is amazing for Jockji. The third base taken out, and oh my god, is he putting pressure on Axiom-Acer.
He is ready to go with the second wave. He has his third command center landed and ready. The one thing he's missing is his upgrades. He's only at +1 right now, whereas we already have 1-1 for Scarlet, and 2-2 is much further ahead, even in attack.
She just scouted that too late. She didn't see that coming. And you need to know it's coming. She just thought she could drone up, and there was no pressure, but Jockji going for that build. Oh god, the Mutalis. Oh my god, that is horrible for her. These are the expensive units that she has, the tech units that were there, and Jockji just took them out. Now she can only rely on a couple of Zerglings and 6 additional Mutalisks. That's it.
Jockji's build here is really, really good. It's risky, it relies on no scouting, but everything he's done here has denied scouts. He's very careful with how he does this. His execution is very good. And these Widow Mines are going to help out. You know, no matter what they hit, they're going to do damage.
+2/+2 is not completed for Scarlet just yet. That would give her a bit of an edge at least, but only the double expand here that could come. That could win her the game, but still, this is all about the defense against what Jockji has set up here now.
Really nice denies there on the Widow Mines. Scarlet was trying to set them off, but Jockji made sure that that never happened.
Really, really well done. Only 2 queens, once again highlighted here by having the queens at the front, so that means no injects.
Using changelings to set up Widow Mines, really smart as well. But I mean, Jockji's army is right knocking on the doorstep right now. He's 60 supply up. He's denied the bases for so long. He's been able to capitalize on this. He never overextended himself.
He does have the third base now. He's also building a fourth. And here comes Scarlet moving into the Widow Mine range. A few of them already been taken out. A great shot against those banelings. And without banelings, the Marines just take everything down now.
They can kill anything they encounter. Drones, Marines, Mutalisks, he's going to kill them all. He's going for this hatchery here. The hatchery will not survive. Way too much DPS on this Terran army, stopping those banelings from morphing.
Bye-bye Overlords, bye-bye Flying Supply Depots, all of them gone. The Overseer is gonna see the same fate, and the third base is of course a goner as well. This is Jockji taking this game.
Yeah, nice attempt by Scarlet to kill reinforcements with those Mitas. She does catch a few of the dropships and some of those Marines, but eventually there's just too much here. And the hatchery to the 9 o'clock is also dead.
She's supply blocked on top of things, losing the last base. There are Marines in her main base. Marines everywhere. The jobs, they're doing the damage, and the trades are so good for Jockji. He's moving in, he's going to end this game, and he's going to force out the last player for Axiom-Acer.
Yeah. That's going to be it. 70 supply up, and Jockji, he is on fire.
Yeah,
he's pulling us into the ace match here.
We said it before the game, it could happen. He's a player who can make it happen. And now with the ace match, this is going to be very difficult. And there's so much pressure. There's more pressure on Axiom-Acer than in most games that they played this season. And it's against NS HoSeo of all teams.
Exactly. You know, 2 star players for their team today. Of course, being Jockey and Mad Bull.
Jockey is cleaning house now. He has a 4th base already set up to the top. He's getting his upgrades. There's an endless stream of units rally down to the bottom left. Marines, Marauders, Widow Mines, a couple of Medivacs, all heading down to the bottom left to put a stop on Scarlet in game number 6 here at the GSTL match between NS HoSeo and Axiom-Acer.
Just a great push of units. You know, this game would have been over faster had he waited for units to get together and kill it, but he wants to end the game now. The units march down 2 by 2 here, and hurrah, hurrah, says Jockey, because this is over. Those 2 Widow Mines not being controlled well.
Scarlet is just trying to hold on to this game. She's on 70 supply still, but it's not going to happen.
GG. Jockey bringing us to the ace, and NS HoSeo on the verge now. The closest they've ever been to getting their 2nd win.
Coach's tears in his eyes already. So happy.
Yeah. That was a great shot we just saw.
Well, Hazard's job in the next season is going to be to high-five people.
Yeah, he's done very much good at that. Is Alicia asleep now?
He's the best high-fiver of the team, I have to say. Well, the coach is happy here.
Jockey just needs 1 more win, and it's going to be against either Crank, who's shown that he's improved the matchup against Terran quite significantly, or will it be MMA, the mystery Terran, who's just kind of on the bench right now?
I have actually no clue who they're going to send out.
I have a feeling it's Crank.
You know, I have a feeling it's MMA because Crank said that he is not in his best condition right now.
Yeah.
That's usually I would go for Crank. I would say, okay, it's going to be Crank. You don't want to go into the Terran versus Terran right now, but I feel it's going to be MMA because Crank said like he doesn't really feel it today. He's like, I'm not in best form.
Map is DMZ. Not really any hints there because we've seen both Protoss versus Terrans and Terran versus Terrans on this map. A lot of them. So, you know, it's all up to preference. Like you said last week, Crank said he was not feeling like he was in good condition. Has that changed? That's what we're going to find out here.
No, he said it today.
Oh, he said it today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He said that last week as well.
The same with Scarlet. Like both said there, especially Scarlet said like he was sick just recently. She was sick just recently, so it was like
Well, if you think about it that way, if she's sick, then why is she coming out instead of MMA earlier? So maybe
I think just because they wanted to avoid the Terran versus Terran.
Maybe so.
She actually said that she was planned to be the 4th player originally. That was like the idea that they have. They always adjust on the fly if something happens, but they are usually going into the team match with having a little bit of a plan what they want to do, and then if things happen that they don't foresaw, then they change it. But Scarlet thought, okay, she's probably going to come out last. And that would indicate maybe MMA, you know, just dodge the Terran versus Terran until send the Zerg out first, and then you can still decide whether you want to send out a Protoss player or the Terran, the TVT.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that was the reason why she came out 3rd today instead of 4th. But yeah, I have no idea who's going to play next. I have no clue.
I don't either. I don't know, man. It could be either. We're going to find out soon. I'm not sure what's taking so long for them to tell us.
I would say MMA because Crank said, okay, I'm not in tip-top condition right now. I don't really feel. That's why I would say MMA. Usually I would say Crank after he really improved. When he was in the UK for the tournament and he actually lost to... Who did he lose to? He lost to a Terran player and he was completely unhappy about that. I forgot it already. But then he came back and he said like, okay, I need to step it up like big time right now. And that's kind of what he did. He won most of his matchups against Terran after that.
Yeah, definitely did. Improved a lot.
Hero Marine. He lost to Hero Marine.
That's right. Yeah. That was a while ago. Yeah. So he has improved a lot since then. And could definitely see either of these players. MMA is somebody who's kind of in the dark for me. I haven't seen him play in a long time, especially not at a high dominant level. Crank recently has impressed me a lot more. So if he's not feeling up to snuff, though, MMA definitely the better choice.
Yep.
It's all up to for Crank himself, actually, I suppose, to decide, as he is the coach and he knows himself what condition he's in.
Either one would be a good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them can take down Jockey, but on the other hand, Jockey is now gaining that momentum that we were talking about earlier. He could make that happen. He could deliver the 2nd win for NS HoSeo today.
I don't think that MMA can beat Jockey unless he's been doing some secret training I haven't seen.
Okay.
There he is. So it's going to be him, and he is a big fan favorite. Can he come through? I don't know, man. I think Jockey, personally, I think Jockey's better at TVT than him. MMA has been in the dark, he's been in the back, and whether or not he's the best choice here, Crank is not feeling like he's sitting in the booth today.
Yeah, right now we will see MMA coming up against Jockey next, and this is going to be our last match for the day. And NS HoSeo could get their second win. The only team that they beat this season was the Prime team, and maybe they are able to pull this off. That would also mean if Prime loses their next match against FX Open, then NS HoSeo would be not last. They would be 7th place in the ranks.
That's very true. Just a little bit of chat there between Ryung and Crank.
Today was a lot more difficult for them already than they expected it to be. NS HoSeo was the punching bag of the league. They were all killed every single time except for that game against the Prime team where they won. And Axiom-Acer being the second. I mean, they are the runner-up in the league right now, and they did not expect to have such a hard time today.
Yeah. This is really unexpected to see Axiom-Acer in now an uncomfortable position where they could lose. I'm really looking forward to MMA's style. What is he going to show us? What level of play is he at right now? How good is this guy? This guy who was so dominant in Wings of Liberty in the past. You know, he played so well at the BlizzCon finals of Codes back when the Heart of the Swarm units were revealed. He is definitely top tier.
Yeah. I can't wait for this game to start. I really want them to just go on with it and go into the match right now.
Yeah, I know. It's maybe I'm excited or something, but I feel like this has been one of the longest lead-ups we've ever had to going into a final ace match.
Jockey is calm collected here. With 2 wins under your belt, you're in a position where you let all that anxiety flood out of your system. That's the position that he's in right now. And MMA, you know, I'm just looking at his statistics here in Heart of the Swarm. He didn't win a single TVT. He lost against 4GG and he lost against Stralog. That was in the WCS Season 1 Premier League in Europe. And he lost against SC in the GSTL. So, offline matches in Heart of the Swarm, not a record that he can be proud of. He needs to change that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Looking at Jockey and how well he's done in TVTs and matches I've watched him recently, I highly favor him here. MMA has a mountain to climb.
Yeah, Jockey is not the guy who is like known to be the Terran versus Terran killer necessarily, but he has played a lot more games in TVT and he has the better win ratio by far. He's at 63% and that trumps 0%.
Yeah.
By a lot.
By a lot, man. You multiply 0 by infinity, it's still not even anywhere close.
Well, we're going into the game right now, jumping into the last game of the day. MMA, can he make it happen, or is Jockey the one who closes things out with 3 kills against Axiom-Acer? Crank does not look happy here. The GSTL, Season 1 2013, ladies and gentlemen, of Kalon.